established until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth, right? And that's what's happening slowly but surely, right? And it's going to be a real praise when we got these Edomites, right? These Caucasians and all these other nations in slavery under us, right? And that's what we're looking forward to, right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, right? When they see us get saved, right? When they see our deliverance, and it's gonna be a praise. That's gonna be we're gonna be exalted, right? It says Wisdom of Solomon 5 verse 1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness," right? And that's the same watchman, right? It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors," right? And that's talking about these Edomites that put us in slavery, right? Because we really pushed this stuff out. We made these things, this economy happen. We set up the foundation, right, of this the economy of this place America. We made it thrive, right? We still make it thrive, right? It says, "When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for," right? Because what? When we're because they always talk about the rapture, but they don't tell you that the rapture is only for the Israelites, right? And it's gonna come with Yahweh Shai when he comes with the clouds, right? Which are the chariots of the Most High, and deliver us and beam us up from the destruction that's coming, right? It says, "And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach," right? Because even today I can tell there was some other Akim teaching. I was over there, and there was Jake mocking not even 3 buildings down, right? That's just what happens, right? It says, "We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. How was he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot is among the saints," right? Because what does it say? This is 1 Corinthians 4 and 9. It says, "For I think that the Most High have sent forth us the apostles last, as it were appointed to death, for we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men," right? And hey, what we understand that, right? That we're a spectacle, right? It says, "We are fools for Yahweh Shai's sake, but ye are wise in Yahweh Shai. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised," right? And what they despise us for teaching this word, right? For coming out here edifying our people, right? This is verse 11. "Even unto this present hour, we both hunger and thirst, and are naked, and are buffeted, and have no certain dwelling place, and labor, working with our own hands, being reviled, we bless, being persecuted, we suffer it," right? "Being defamed, we entreat, we are made as the filth of the world, and are the offscouring of all things unto this day." And we're made the filth of this world by what? Pushing this truth, right? We push this truth, and we're made the filth of the world, right? That's funny, right? But that's the lot, right? That's the lot we're under. Matthew 5:10, it says, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. And that's showing us that we're doing the right thing when people are persecuting us, right? Reviling us, right? We're doing the right thing, right? So I want to get from there. This is Second Ezra 8 verse 37. It says, then answered he me and said, some things hast thou spoken aright, and according unto thy words it shall be. For indeed I will not think on the disposition of them which have sinned before death, before judgment, before destruction, right? But I will rejoice over the disposition of the righteous, and I will remember also their pilgrimage, right, their travels, right, and the salvation and the reward that they shall have. Like as I have spoken now, so shall it come to pass, right? So the Most High is going to remember these works, right? Right. Hebrews 12 and I'm gonna start at the top. It says Hebrews 12:1, wherefore seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience unto the race that is set before us, looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh. For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds. Because what? Yahushua took that big portion, drunk that cup, right? that some of us, we won't be able to, right? We're not going to be, we couldn't have, you know. Yahushua, he didn't sin not once when he came as Yahushua, right? And there would be no way that anybody else would have been able to do that, you know. It says verse 4, right? And he finished it, you know, he's finished his work. It says, ye have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him, right? And getting rebuked by a teacher, right? By one of the Akim, right? That's really getting rebuked by the Most High, right? It says, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, right? That's why we had to go into captivity, right? He's chastening us, right? It says, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth, right? If ye endure chastening, Yahweh dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the father chasteneth not, right? It says, but if that's why what you gotta correct your children, right, and show them the right way to go, right? But it says, but if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons, right? It says, furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be subject unto the Father of spirits and live, right? For they verily for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness, right? Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby, right? We're just gonna have to go through things. Sometimes we don't like these things, right? But at the same time, we're getting corrected, we're being tried, right? Hey, Shalom. It says 1 Peter 3 and 14. I'm starting at 8. It says 1 Peter 3 and 8. Finally, be ye all of one mind, having compassion one of another, right? Compassion to our fellow brother. Love as brethren, be pitiful, be courteous, not rendering evil for evil, or railing for railing, for contrariwise, blessing, knowing that ye are thereunto called, that ye should inherit a blessing. For he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil, and his lips that they speak no guile, right? Let him eschew evil and do good, right? Like flee from evil and do good. Let him seek peace and ensue it. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers. But the face of the Lord is against them that do evil, right? That's why these Edomites, they don't have, the Most High is not dealing with them, right? He's letting them wax worse and worse, right? Even the wicked of our people, the Israelites, right? Letting them wax worse and worse to be destroyed, right? It says, verse 13, and who is he that will harm you if ye be followers of that which is good, right? So they can't really do anything to us because we're on the right path, right? We're following the ways of righteousness, right? So what can you say against that? You know, we're not eating pork, right? We're not adulterers, right? We're not idolaters, right? So what can they say against us, right? If we're right with the Heavenly Father, it says that it maketh our enemies to be at peace. Get that, right? Because the Most High works on the spirit of man, right? The minds of men, right? Proverbs 16:7. When a man's ways please Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. When a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. Right? Right? Well, we already know. Hey, that's why we haven't been killed, right? Even though we've been preaching this word against these devils, right? Against these people, these Edomites, these Caucasians, right? They haven't come out with the guns or anything at us, right? And even if they couldn't do anything against us, you know. It says, verse 14, right? 1 Peter 3:14. But if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye, and be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled, right? Because being in this truth, we have people calling the police on us, or wanted us arrested, or wanted to shoot us. But hey, it doesn't matter, because the Spirit of the Most High was protecting us, right? In these times, right? It says, but sanctify the Lord in your hearts, which is talking about in your minds, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope which is faith that is in you with meekness and fear, right? Having a good conscience, that whereas they speak evil of you as of evildoers, right? But what evil are we doing, right? Preaching the word, that's not evil, right? They may be ashamed that falsely accuse your good conversation in Yahweh Shai, right? They say, oh, well, what? We promote rape, or we're not doing this right because we're saying curse words, right? But we're not even saying